So the first verse is Ishvara Paramakrishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna, who is known as the Govinda, Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is a supreme Godhead. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes. Some of you have read this before, but please view it, listen to it as though you're hearing it for the first time. Okay? Because from now on, it will be Krishna himself installing these concepts into you. So the first step that your mind thinks, the basis, the foundation is Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the supreme Godhead. He has an eternal, blissful, spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is the prime cause of all causes. The text 2 says, the verse 2, Sahasrapatra Kamalam Gokulakya Mahatpadam Tat Karnigaram Tadama Tad Anandamsham Sambhavam. It says the super excellent station of Krishna, which is known as Gokula, which is Goloka, the central part of Goloka, has thousands of petals and a corolla like that of a lotus sprouted from a part of its infinitary aspect, the whole of the leaves being the actual abode of Krishna. The super excellent station of Krishna, which is known as Gokula, has thousands of petals and a corolla like that of a lotus. So that's what you see behind me. So Vrinda has painted this one. From a part of his infinitary aspect, the whole of the leaves being the actual abode of Krishna. So the first verse speaks about Radha and Krishna. The second verse speaks about the space of Radha and Krishna. Third verse is just an extension of the same thing. The whole of that transcendental lotus is the realm wherein dwells Krishna. It is a hexagonal figure, the abode of indwelling, predominated and predominating aspect of the Absolute. Like a diamond, the central supporting figure of self-luminous Krishna stands as the transcendental source of all potencies. The holy name, consisting of 18 transcendental letters, is manifested in a hexagonal figure with 6-fold divisions. Basically, it says how the whole space of Goloka, it just describes the world and the structure, geometrical structure of it. So that is actually shown in the map. So we follow the map, and in this program we start from the source. Okay, so let me just open the map for you. So can you see the map? So we start from where we all eternally started, which is Goloka inside this space. Okay, so that's what text to describe the whole area here, and deep inside the wall of the lotus, the pericarp region, Radha and Krishna resides. So the verse says that Radha and Krishna is the supreme, and from them expanded the Goloka, the world of Radha and Krishna, and from that expanded everything else. Everything started from here. So that's what Radha and Krishna says in the first verse, that they're the supreme, and the second verse they're saying that their place is the ultimate, the source. Okay. So then from there, he Radha and Krishna expanded into Rama and Sita, who are here. There is another world here. This the next one. These worlds are like infinitely large. Okay, the map shows like small, large, but actually it is all infinitely large. Okay, and then Radha and Krishna expanded as Vishnu and Lakshmi. Is written in Brahma Samhita, the details of it. Okay. And these places, this place is known as Vaikunta, and these planets you can see are the worlds of different gods. So most of the gods who are not Radha and Krishna, I have seen they have abodes in this Vaikunta region. So if you have any other god in your mind, and if you have question like where do they reside, all the gods are planets here in Vaikunta. I have seen most of them inside. It's not shown on the map though. Then we have Shiva and Parvati. So Vishnu and Lakshmi expands into Shiva and Parvati. So Krishna and Radha and Krishna expands as Lakshmi, and Vishnu expands as Shiva and Parvati. Okay? And this is the boundary of the spiritual world. Okay? After this, there is a space, and that space is full of light, which is emanation from Radha and Krishna. So you can see there's a radiation going out of Radha and Krishna, and it keeps on radiating. You can see the rays coming out of their body. Okay. And then when it comes to the gap space, we call it Brahma Jyoti, which is the light. In this light area, everything is there because it's effulgence of Radha and Krishna. So you can have everything which you think of God from the light itself. And then comes the start of the material world. Then we enter into the Karana ocean or the causal ocean, which is mentioned in Brahma Samhita in detail what it is. And then from the body of Lord Vishnu, who is lying down as Karanadakashi Vishnu, millions and millions of billions of universes are emanating from his body. And one of that, or even the smallest of that, is our universe. One of them. Inside our universe, we have to penetrate the ego, intellect, mind, and then the 5 elements to enter into this illusionary universe. And then we have to descend through the different lokas to enter into Bhuloka, or the planet Earth. So this is where we are, the planet Earth. From this planet Earth to the next level is millions of miles, again millions of miles. So it is millions of miles apart. Physically, we cannot travel to these worlds within the universe itself. And there's a lot of details here, which we will go through it later. And then if we have to cut through the layers of the universe, we have to cut through the five elements, our mind, our intellect, and our ego, sense of separate self. And then we find the source of all the creation here, which is Mahavishnu Karanadakashi. And then we come to the light area. Okay? So many people, if they believe on formless God, right? If they believe like there is no form, God is light, right? And there is no worshipping like that, they come to the light world. They live in the light world as light, and they can go back to the planet Earth or any other worlds later on. But there is not final liberation space. After you finish the light area, then again the form world starts. So if people say God is formless and it's light, that means they have reached somewhere here, if they have reached. Remember, all of the God's forms, including light, is there inside the universe. So many people, they believe the light is God, and even inside the world, you can access the light. We are speaking about the light outside the universe and universes. So then after that form world start, this is the larger part of the creation. So this 2/3 of the creation is above this line. And then Shiva and Parvati's world comes where Muruga and Ganesha reside and many other gods connected to Lord Shiva. And then Vishnu and Lakshmi. And then Rama and Sita, if you get touched, you can touch them or just come to directly into Radha and Krishna's Purnaka. So suffering is the least in this, or I can say it is the opposite. Ecstasy is the maximum here. And as you go down, right, it reduces further and further and further. And then it's almost nil inside the universe. Okay? So inside the universe, suffering is a given gift, you can say. Suffering is given. So we can never expect, unless otherwise they're enlightened masters, we can never expect a perfect person to appear in front of us who can be a partner, a parent, a child, or anyone in life who has a perfect mind and who has no suffering. Because the world itself is an illusion. Modern science has proven it. So in this illusionary world, the mind is an illusion made out of the illusion. Thoughts are illusion. Right? So all of these dream objects that we have internally, if we expect somebody out there who's going to have a perfect mind with perfect emotions and perfect thoughts, right? It is contradictory to the truth, fact that the whole universe is an illusion, including our mind, our emotions, our thoughts, our body, our energy system, everything. Only element that is eternal in us is our own soul. Which goes in cycles through different births and deaths. And then finally you reach such a program where you have access to your source, and then finally you get to know your eternal part of yourself, which is beyond all everything that you can see with open eyes, anything, anywhere. Okay. Radha and Krishna is pure love. The only way out of the illusion is to get in melting love with Radha and Krishna. fastest. All solutions are there in that love. Everything is solvable in that space. So it is not like we have some spiritual time, spiritual space, meditation, or some practices, rituals, and that time we have Radha and Krishna. We have, when we melt in this Radha and Krishna's love, we expand and spread that to everything and everyone and everywhere. So after we melt in Radha and Krishna, what we see in everyone and everything will be only Radha and Krishna. Everywhere we will see only Goloka. Hmm? So that is the aim, that's a starting point of this program, and that's the ending point, and that's how we're going to go through. So all of you have been sourced from Goloka, and this is a program where you will get solid experience of your soul and of your consciousness, getting back and becoming aware of your Goloka self and getting back to space. And it's permanent if you decide and if you see it from this first session perception. Get it? That is, we connect with Radha and Krishna and we melt in their love. And once we melt totally in their love, Goloka opens up. Once Goloka opens up, we have Radha and Krishna and Goloka. Then when we look into our spouse, our children, or our pets, or any being, even a butterfly, we can see Radha and Krishna in everything and everywhere. Even gods, we can see Radha and Krishna and every god. And life also will be full of Radha and Krishna, will be full of miracles, back to back miracles. Your doubts and fears will melt in Radha and Krishna. So once you get this perception fully, and realize it with yourself, within yourself, at one point we will enter into karmic clearing process where your sanchita karma will get burned. So we have three types of karma, which is, one is sanchita karma, one is agamya karma, and prarabdha karma. Sanchita karma is the collection of all the karmas that you have ever attained in the past. From that baggage, we take like a small portion and it becomes prarabdha karma, which is this life, what you thought to burn, what you decided to burn. Agamya karma is what you collected after you landed here, which was not part of your spectrum of karmas. So if you desire to have a beautiful life, if you keep on burning your prarabdha karma on a regular daily basis, you can have a very good life. So then you will end this life, and then when we go, we'll have a million more karmas left. After that, we'll take a few and we'll take another birth. So this birth and death will keep on going. So the sanchita karma, if it is remaining, if you had this prarabdha karma cleared up, agamya karma cleared up, you won't really have much suffering in life because you've mastered this life. But then if sanchita karma is remaining, then you have to come back and burn it. So in this program, at some point, we will have sanchita karma burning process also, which we never had before in these programs. And the pre-qualification to enter into that process is realizing that you are from Goloka, you are Radha and Krishna completely, beyond doubt, in totality. Hmm? And I'll be taking you through for the further steps towards that. Okay, right. So that's all about the introduction. So if you have any questions or comments on this, I can listen to you.